Oh well, we come down today because we're doing that. That is my old toilet. So we're swapping the old toilet out and putting a new one in. Just because it's nice to be able to have a toilet when you're out and about and not having to worry about running over to the arena or trying to lean over the side and take a pee. So this is the area that it's just come from, so I'm just busy cleaning it down. And then I've got my new one that I'm going to put in, which is just out there. Apparently it is a manual space saver with soft close seat, universal mounting, spray nozzle system, combined pump for flush and waste, reversible pump piston rod guide into brass for increased lift in the manual model. Yeah, whatever. But it's made in Italy, so guaranteed it's going to be a nice piece of kit. So yeah, I'm going to finish off clearing up in here. Then I've got to fit the base, and then yeah. So I did check all the seacocks, and I'm quite happy with them actually. They're all right. They're not rusting. The pipeline's looking a bit dirty, so it needs a good clean in there. That's all it needs. But the actual seacock itself is fine. So we've got the internal and the external there. But I will give that all a clean. And like I say, it's going to get dirty anyway while we're busy doing what we're doing before we get back in the water. So yeah. Right. So let's crack on and get this finished. Don't you just love it when you can cross something off your list of things to do? And that's another one today. Woohoo! Rocking it at the moment. So yeah, we've done our third in Genoa. Yeah, happy about that. Then I thought, right, well, I was looking on Force Forge Handlery, and there were toilets on there, cheap. And I thought, ooh, could do with replacing ours because I broke the handle on it because it was old and the plastic was all brittle. So yeah, bought one. And it arrived. Didn't know if it was going to fit. Just, you know, see what I could do with it. Bodge if scarper if I have to. But we'll see what happens. And got it, and it came, and I got it out and fitted it in the boat. And it's exactly the same. Exactly. The screw lines all fit line up. And oh yeah, I was just absolutely like, wow. That is just like one of the easiest jobs I've actually had to do on April, to be honest. Fitting a toilet. You'd have thought that would have been like really... all the existing pipes were all the same size. They all fitted, slotted straight in. The screws perfect, bolts perfect. Couldn't have asked for an easier job, really. So yeah, so that's another job on the list done. Toilet. We now have a working toilet again, which reminds me I must shut the seacocks off before I leave. Yeah, so what we've got to do now, then. So the only things now we've really got to do is wait for Louis to finish the outside for us, so the entrance to the boat, into the cabin, should I say, and the lockers, the locker covers. I have spoke to him actually. I've found him on Facebook. He was advertising a boat that was in Uphill, and I saw it. This boat come up on Marketplace, and I was like, that's quite nice, yeah. And then I clocked the name, and it was Louis, and I thought, oh, I know a Louis down Uphill. I wonder if it's the same guy. When it was, yeah. So yeah, he's gonna get that finished for us, and then we'll get the entranceway finished, get some new boarding for here, because this bit here across here is totally shot. We're getting a lot of water in the boat from the locker cover hatches and also from in there, and that's just rainwater. So yeah, but it's good because I'm coming down, I'm airing her out and drying her out a little bit, opening the hatches whenever I can, and letting the breeze through a little bit so it's not so damp and skanky. And I did clean the other week when I came down. I had a nice clean and got rid of a lot of the growth that we had and mould and stuff that was starting to appear. Got to finish that actually. Got to finish painting that. I wanted to get that painted and tidied off. That was like a rush job at winter. That was just to chuck that in because all my instruments went. Yeah, so I will be finishing that off at some point. But yeah, the main things I wanted to do was get the toilet sorted if I could. Which I have, and I've done. Hey. So I'm now a rigger. I am now a plumber. I am a painter. I am a diesel mechanic. And do you think I could get a job working for Welsh Anglo, fucking down their canals, working on their narrow boats? No. Yeah, I applied to that company like 4 times, I think, to go and work for them, because I wanted to learn about diesel engines, and I would have been great working down on the canals doing that. But yeah, they saw funeral director, and that's all they saw. So you go back to what you know, don't you? So yeah, I went back to the death care industry. Yeah, so we've got lots and lots of cleaning to do. So that's where Miss Vicky is going to come in handy, because she's very, very good with a scrubbing brush. Not at the moment. She's done all her handing. She broke her finger, and done all her handing. She fell in the decking, fell on the decking, and I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh, but yeah. She fell on the decking, bless her, and she hurt her hand. So she's got it all in a cast at the moment. So as soon as she's got that off, then she can come down and start scrubbing. She'll kill me now. Yeah, so that's basically it. What I'm trying to say is it needs a feminine touch now. It needs my lady to come in and give it a bit of a zhuzhing up. Yeah, because April looked lovely last year before we had to bring her in. Yeah. Right, I'm done. The toilet's fixed. Don't need to use it. Couldn't use it anyway, even if I wanted to, because I'm on hard standing, so I've got to wait till she's in the water before I can try her. But I'm pretty confident. I'm like 99.9% confident everything's good. The 0.01% is, did I tighten that Jubilee clip just enough? Anyway, but that's it, yeah. We shall see. Okay, right. Take care of yourselves. Go and have a... Well, here we are onto the beautiful, beautiful April breeze. So, I came down today, decided to do some bits and pieces. I'd had Louis, fantastic work he's done for me, must admit. Louis from the boat renovation people. He's done a blinding job. He's done my locker covers for me, so I came down to have a look at them, and also to finish installing them, etc. Yeah, really, really nice. I'll show you them anyway. I've got another little video that I did earlier, so I'll chuck that in now. Down in the marina today, a little bit busy. So these are what Louis made me. Nice, aren't they? So they're the covers that I wanted done, the seats that I wanted done. Nice and thick, look, nice and strong. So I've just whipped them off at the moment, because I'm doing the cockpit area. So I've already done this side, so you can see where I found cracks and little bumps and stuff in the actual paint itself down there on the original coat. So I've sanded that down now, so that's prepped ready to be painted. Over this side, done that side already, so I've taken all the black beading that runs all the way around there, always running all the way around there. I've taken all that off. So I'm just in the middle of doing that one there. And then the stuff that we're going to use instead is, here we go, this. So whereas that stuff was quite flat, I didn't like the look of it. I'll show you as we get in. My ass is soaking wet, so I've been sitting in a puddle scrubbing the boat. So yeah, where that's quite thin, peel a bit up, you can see how thin that is. That's it. So look, it's quite thin. So we're upgrading. Got some new piping to put in. And this stuff, it says, you can get it out of the bag one-handed. No, this is why the pros have a little companion. Right, there we go. So ours is like that. So that's quite a bit of a difference there. Put them together, look. So you can see. I'm doing this one-handed, folks, so if you can bear with me. Shit. Yeah. So you got that old bit and then a new bit. And as you can see, the profile on it, it's although this is wider, this is actually deeper. But it's still got that ability to crush down if it needs to. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're grading that. But first, yeah, I'm just prepping. So I'm taking all the old stuff off, taking all this off. Then I've just got to go along and sand it all back. I could run with this one so it's nice and shiny again. Sand it all back and give it a wash down before I prep, before I put the new tapes on. I noticed with this one, look, I mean, look at this. I mean, look at this. There's a fucking hole there, right? This is a boat that is in the water, so the less water you get in this boat, the fucking better, right? Simple rule, isn't it? You know. And they've got a big channel here where water could splash into there, overrun this channel, and get through that little gap there and into your locker bay. No, we don't want that. So no, my was going to be nicely sealed, so I'll be tapering them off and they'll all look good when they're done. Yeah. So I'm just in the middle of scrubbing, so I've just finished scrubbing this side. It does want another go again, but I've got some special polish I will use. I'll just get the main crap out at the moment. I've still got a little bit of fungi and stuff around the throttle and stuff that I need to sort out around here. And then I'll finish off doing the back then. Once I've got the bottom bit done, I'll go off and do the back then. And then after that, I'll give it all a good wash down, the whole top, bottom. So it's going to be a bit of a long one, I think, this afternoon. But yeah, it'll look good when it's done. Will I get them painted today? Will I get the painting done today? So we got the paint, which is the anti-slip. So we got some of this. Vicky found it actually. It is, yeah, non-slip deck coating. So yeah, so it's got quite a rough texture. So that would be perfect. We'll put that on there. Yeah, so we'll have all them done. Back one done. That one will be done. Be cleaned, tidied. This underneath me is going to be painted. This is the actual board for the galleyway I'm sitting. It's that bit, I mean. Yeah, so that's all going to be painted as well. Really needs a nice coat of white right around, because it does look shitty. I did speak to Lewis about it. I said, you know, about maybe getting a quote to do the whole. But I got, you know, it's like people don't understand. They kind of like, oh, well, it's going to be worth more than the boat is worth. And it's like, well, yeah, but that's not the point, is it? I just want it looking nice. Anyway, so there we are. Let's have a look. Right, so we've got those bits to do. Let's get finished. Well, there we go. Yeah, so they look absolutely amazing, those locker covers, and can't wait to get them installed and get them finished. So that'll be a job we'll get done either today or in the next couple of days, maybe. I'm aiming to get everything done today, really, but we'll see.